Okay, guys, while you're still taking your seats, let me slowly start. I've been to KL maybe like 4 or 5 times. The first time was like a couple of years ago. And well, first of all, I love KL because if you maybe you know or not, but KL is the most greenish capital in the world. So the number of trees and green stuff you have here is like so amazing. And today we're going to talk about you. Okay, the welcome speech is about you, about the community. And I would tell you a story. I would tell you my perspective, how I see you guys from the perspective of being part of the company. And everything I will be showing today in the presentation is made for the community. And it contains no business, no corporate stuff, no sales, as well as the whole of the event. You see, like, we don't have anything but only technical stuff and community people. But before we start, I want you guys to, on your phones, open the pt.community/love and try do some taps on the heart. You can do it now. I'll give you like 10 seconds to test it. I hope it works. Please don't break it, okay? Okay, it works. That's good. So this counter will go through the whole presentation in the bottom right corner, and we can do some nice, connection and performance together. If you like it, you can tap more. I hope we will not get like the number of Google number or something like that, like a huge one. Anyways, let me introduce myself. My name is Alex. I work for Positive Technologies. Well, officially I'm head of community, but I prefer to call myself community bro. And this gives people the better idea of who I am and what I'm doing, right? And I'm actually responsible for the whole community initiatives in the company. I do the events, I give community the tools, I go conferences, I travel around the world, attend this or that, meeting like lots of people. I just arrived from Singapore, from Black Hat and DEF CON. Before that, I was to China to some private party for our bug bounty hunters. But I'll share you later a bit. But so I'm pretty talkative person. You can bump into me when I'm free. I will be pretty busy, but at the same time, after the closing speech and during the lunchtime, we can talk and make some photos. And that is wrong. Okay. I will be telling you a story how I got into cybersecurity by accident, actually. My Twitter is over here, so feel free to follow me. It's AMOSHKOV. I'm not putting any QR codes on purpose. But let's go ahead. I came from game development. I've been working for game development for 20 years. And it's been quite a story. I spent a lot of time there. Most of my time I was a community manager there. Here are some my favorite games. The both are very old, more than 30 years. So I do prefer like old-fashioned stuff. And for the whole period of my life in game development, I was feeling a little bit weird about the community because the community is, in gaming, community is about groups. But fundamentals are the same for the community management, but the people are groups. They love that group loves that, and stuff, but you lack the personal connection in between people. So I was like, I was like, something is off about community management in gaming. Then I switched the industry to IT. I've been working in travel and technology, fintech technology. And then by accident, I ran into cybersecurity. So my past experience is pretty mixed. So for the last like 20 years, I've been doing all this stuff. More of this is like community management, but I've been doing the business. I've been doing like some business development, not sales, but marketing and PR. So I accumulated a lot of experience in myself, which gives me really good ability to approach things things for the community, launching products or something like that. And it turned out that all of my experience is really clicks into community management in cybersecurity. So, hackers first, but what does it even mean, right? I want to tell you what are the companies, from my perspective, being a part of the company, doing that for you, for the community, what companies are doing wrong or not doing at all with the community in cybersecurity. Yeah, that's correct. So, well, most of the companies, they are way too corporate. Something is weird in cybersecurity. They talk to you like very official way. They have guidelines, approvals, all that sort of stuff, forms. They rarely communicate if you, you know, one-on-one directly. Some of they do, but those who understand the whole point. If they talk, they do it in very weird way, but most of them even trying to stay silent and not talking to anybody, like hide behind the emails or forms or official pages. You know, in companies, they are horizontal. It's a horizontal structure, like a CEO, like senior director or something, like managers and stuff. But hackers are, sorry, the companies are vertical, but hackers are horizontal. I mean, you, the community, not the, you know, the structure in the company who is like CISO and stuff. But they losing the whole point of talking to hackers, and the honest conversation with the hacker, with any of you, and I had a conversation with one person yesterday about that. I said, like, just go and speak to the person, like anybody from the community, somebody you know. You have to speak and ask like for honest answers. You might be upset about what they tell you, but you will get the whole idea what's behind of his mind, their minds. And I had quite a story. I've been last year to Japan, TenguCon, and I've been giving pretty same talk as right now. And I was mentioning one guy. His name is Bob the Hacker. And I was telling his story. The story is the following. He's like independent hacker. He's doing his own stuff, buying some old devices from the eBay or market and trying to hack them, search for the leaked API keys and then report to the company, and maybe they will pay him bounty. But anyways, he found the way to hack the internal system of McDonald's, and he got all the data of all the employees in the certain countries, and he'd been trying for weeks to approach someone from McDonald's, like talking to them on LinkedIn, on emails, on the forums, and he even tried to call them to the office. So he had no luck, but he made another attempt in LinkedIn to approach some senior security researcher. Okay, the guy decided to help him, but guess what happened next? McDonald's fired the guy who started to help someone outside of the company. So this is the perfect example of what is wrong with the corporate and in between the corporate and the community, right? But the fun story is about, another part of that story is about like community management, because I've been on the stage telling the same story, and one random guy in the venue, in the room, found the guy on Twitter, I believe, messaged him, had sent him a photo of that slide, and he was like, wait, where is that happening? You see that like TenguCon, right? So on the stage there was a TenguCon as well. He was like, where is that happening? In Japan? In Tokyo? I'm like 15 minutes from here. So he showed up just 30 minutes later on the conference. That's what I'm talking about. You know, you've been like public and talking to the people, and the tides are very, very like close to each other. But meanwhile, about the hackers, who are you guys? How I see you from my perspective. So most of the hackers, I mean, 99% of them talk like a normal human, like human language. You know what I mean? Some of the programming languages as well, but human language is the key. In your world, guys, you can speak to anybody. Like, I can speak to you, you can speak to other guys, like to anybody. We have no like borders. I'm a kind of hacker, but anyways. As I mentioned before, everybody is very connected. Actually, everyone here is just because I bumped into the couple of persons in the community, and they helped me to gather up everybody here. Anyways, later about that. So if the company is not in that field, in the hacker field, and not talking personally to the hackers, they're missing a lot. So what's the goal here for the community, for the company doing something for the community? If you're doing something to the community, it creates trust. And trust helps the business and the company to achieve things that they are not really able to achieve without the community. But the key point is here is that you have to give to the community everything and never ask anything in return. Never ever, just give and that's it. So what's the benefit? If you Yeah, that's correct slide. So what is the benefit? If you manage to establish a connection between you and the community, you will get a lot. You will hear the honest feedback, very early feedback. People will bump into you online like, hey man, something is happening over there on your product. You can take a look before something serious happened to the infrastructure of the system. Or you getting the direct access to the talents. I'm not a big fan actually hiring from the community, like, pulling people out from the community to your company on your side, but it depends how you put it. But rather than that, if something happened, something serious happened, and I don't know, the reputation goes wrong or something, community, if they love you, they're going to defend you. And in the end, community will give you organic growth for your product, for your initiative. I mean, once again, if it's not way too commercial or stuff like that, if they love it. And the main point here is that there is a line, right? So you're doing something for the community here, some initiative, you're giving something. Then the line goes like that, and maybe years later, maybe 5 years later, maybe 5 months later, community will repay you in some way, but there is no metric for it. You will never know. You cannot expect anything. You don't have to expect anything. So a few things of what to do and what not to do with the community are the following. One of the most important thing is many companies actually is trying to treat community and the hackers in the community as a free labor. That is very bad thing to do. When you use people, they feel it straight away. Or they're adding some, process or bureaucracy, forms. I've been mentioning that, right? They put the communication behind the whole pipeline. Or they letting someone from the marketing or PR speak to the community. These are kind of not the persons who have to talk to the community, right? It have to be a different someone. Or they talk with you in very corporate way. Well, once again, they might stay even silent. Something happens, I don't know, reputational damage, and they like hiding and staying silent. Or they hiding the problem. But the worst thing they can do is mix community and money. So make relationships between you transactional. This is like, it ruins absolutely everything, straight away from the point it happened. But instead of that, what to do to the community? Put someone who loves people like me, right? Just who is smiling a lot, who have a lot of energy, who really love meeting new people, travel, or attending to the conferences, or is reachable on the Twitter, Discord, whatever it is, not giving cold responses. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, I understand your feelings. No, be a human, okay? Support community leaders. If you know the guy who is doing an amazing job for the community in XYZ country, like in Malaysia, like Rehack in Malaysia, we have Yapari here. He's doing an amazing job, and you have to support him. Just, not like sending like money and stuff for the. I'm not even talking about the swags. I'm just talking about like friendly relationships, right? And you also can share some insights from the company if you have any, whatever you can share, something like which is not like published or public on the website, on the blog, but just share with the community members something and give them space to grow. I don't know, develop the blog, launch it with the community together, or develop a platform, something like that. But let's get back to that story, me joining cybersecurity. Give me a second. So as I mentioned, I've been working for the game development, and I've been living my life in Vietnam, doing my stuff. And one of my old friends from the gaming industry approached me like, Alex, we want to host the events in Vietnam, Hanoi. Can you help with some offline stuff? I said, no, I have no idea how to do that. But here's my wife. She speaks Vietnamese, English, Russian, and she started putting together the offline events. But then I heard the conversation between whatever. I heard the conversation that company wants to, buy some advertising on Twitter to find the hackers, like the community, to invite people to the events. And I was like, wait, no, that's very wrong to do. And I decided to help. And what I did is I basically scraped the whole GitHub with some search queries like pentester with shell from Vietnam, Hanoi, and I found now 9,000 profiles. I went through, let's say 500 of them, and I found the key members, I found the core community, I bumped into them. From there, I found communities, other people, and so on and so forth. So that's how I'm building the events like that. I never run any advertising, it's just talking to people. It works like that all the time. And in the end, so I joined the company during the Hanoi, but before we had the India, then after we had the Egypt, then last year we had the Jakarta. Last one was in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, and Kuala Lumpur is happening right now. And from this point, I'm going to be sharing what I'm doing for the community. I'm going to speed up a little. I have like 14 minutes. We'll be showing a few videos. But the first initiative we're doing is Positive Hack Camp. It's going to happen this summer. Unfortunately, these Positive Hack Talks was planned 2-3 months. Well, we were supposed to host it like weeks ago, but at that moment, the applications for Positive Hack Camp is closed. But basically, we're inviting students from around the world to join offensive education in Moscow, and we cover everything except the flight. But you have to fit certain requirements. And do we have like any students right now here from the last Positive Hack Camp in Malaysia? Yeah, we're supposed to have them. Yesterday they've been with us, but yeah, they will come later. So they can share you a lot about the Positive Hack Camp. And better show the video than talking. Supposed to be a different video with some background speech, but anyways, you get the idea. The huge initiative we're hosting in Russia, Moscow, it's Positive Hack Days. It's a huge festival. Anybody from the city can enter it, like cyberpunk festival, right? And at the same time, we're hosting the conference, which is more than like any conference in the world. It's like more than 500 talks, almost 30 tracks. People from everywhere, from other countries, like locals, professionals, our guys from PT, and everybody. Unfortunately, we moved this year Positive Hack Days to the next year, but definitely you heard from me if you follow my Twitter, and I will be also inviting some villagers from other countries, like Marvel Village, Hardware Village, Car Hacking Village and stuff. So yeah, community is very welcome as well. Speakers are welcome. And once again, the next video. Okay. We have our own bug bounty platform, which is stand-off bug bounty. Well, nothing to say much about it. You can just go and hunt some bugs there. Besides the platform itself, we have the stand-off hacks, which is the private live hacking event. So we invite around 20, 30 people from different countries, like privately, and we let them hack for the private scope for 2 weeks. Well, I've been mentioning China, right? So I've been to China for the stand-off hacks in Shanghai just 2 weeks ago. And I mean, yeah, it's a cool party, cool celebrations after. So the last hacking event ended up with more than $400,000 in payouts. We have the cyber battle, which is really nice and entertaining thing. I call it CTF on steroids, because it's a very much show. So, attackers, defenders, attackers from the community, defenders are the blue teamers from the business. So for the community, it's like free. You can win like up to $25,000. It depends on the cyber battle. It changed from time to time. So you can jump on the website and see the next, when is the next battle. And the last video I'm going to show you today. Okay, the next thing I'm giving to the community is the tool called debugs. It's the vulnerability database. Basically, we scraped everything on the internet around the CVs from the tens and tens of sources. But we have some unique features. We issue our our own PT ID for those non-CVE discoverers who want it, bind it to the ID, but not everybody can get the CVE. Then we have the trending. It looks like that. So you can go to the main page and find what is trending right now. So the recent Linux vulnerability was like on the first or second place just last week. AI summaries, all those sources are put together, mixed, and we given the AI summary, which is very convenient for the researchers. The next feature I really love is researcher profiles. It's not 100% accurate right now because we are based on the public data, but we are working on that to make the researcher profile richer. So technically, we can combine all the CVs under one researcher profile, and you can use it like your CV or your achievement board or something like that. I really love that community feature. This one is going to be absolutely amazing. So full text search and unified vuln cards is like you have the related identifiers, you have the affected products on the card of the vulnerability, and most important, comparing to other ones, it's free. That was what I've been telling you, like don't mess with the money in the community. What else? We have our strong red team, PT Swarm, and we have PTS, is a blue team. Yeah, we just made it some CLI stuff recently, a couple of nights ago, to make the slide more beautiful because, putting the red sword and blue shield is too boring. Yeah, the tweeters are down there, PT Swarm and PT Escalator. This is all together I'm doing. I've been mentioning that. A couple of more points, like being a part of the community, you're connected to everybody. You can go to the guy and he's going to introduce you to another guy. You can ask me to introduce you to that person, this person in that country. Like I'm really well connected. And, all we're growing. I'm never forcing anyone to become our ambassador. We don't have, some companies, I'm not going to mention the names, but they have it on the website. Become our ambassador, fill the form. You're like, what? Like, do I get a t-shirt or what? It's not like that. It has to go from the heart, right? Yeah, talk to people, travel around the world, attend conferences, attend local meetups, whatever. Make friends, make more friends. Yeah, I believe that one is Indonesia last year. Yeah, a couple of guys from these slides are here in the room or arrive later. This is the most important slide in the whole presentation. I really want to thank all of these communities, Rehack, SherpaSec, IDSecConf, Hack in the Box. They've been helping a lot bring you here together. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. It will take either like months or half a year to announce, to build you guys together. But yeah, thank you so much. Can we have some applause for yourself, actually? Yeah, so today I have, actually, I ran out of time. It's going to end right now. But meet our speakers. You saw them on the website, but I have a small announcement. Unfortunately, Sayan Alam is not going to give a talk today because of some personal things happening in his life. So I invited Nikhil. He's going to be doing a talk without slides. So Nikhil, he's a part of the Synecret team, and he's like kind of legend in hacking in India. A lot of people knows him. He's going to be sharing a story about how he found one critical vulnerability. So he will be like giving a talk from his heart. He's going to be the first one after the lunch. We a little bit switched the schedule, and it's live on the website. Yeah. Besides that, we're going to have some community stand-ups. Naminaj is going to be online. If he cannot make it, he told me that he missed the train or something, but we will try to put him online. And why I cannot switch the last slide? Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the day. And maybe the last thing I want to make is the photo all together. Let me try to put it on my phone so I can take a photo from the stage. So, okay. That's a new phone. I have no idea how to use it. Can we have some hands? Hello, guys. Yay. Thank you.